public service anytime now, since we're going, into the, I believe, the release phases of that. I'm quite excited to use it. I'm also quite excited to tell you that November 9th, myself, Clay, a couple of our other compatriot casters will also be doing the 10th anniversary Complexity Tournament. The group stages featuring teams that you're familiar with, such as Lazura, such as United 5, such as Frag Machines, I think, and many other SIVO teams, including favorites from last season. I think I saw a Pug Kings in there. Was that right?
Yes, there was a Pug Kings in there.
They will fight through that group stage into the games of the elimination stages on the second day, November 10th, where we will see Complexity, iBuyPower, Reliable, Frost. I think those are the only 4 that were actually invited. I think the rest have to play in.
Yeah, I believe so.
Wonder what the next map is.
I don't know. I was hoping you would have that information. And are we going to be on a break here, or will we be starting right away?
I'm gathering the information right now.
Alrighty. So, pretty good match, though.
It was
16-10, so I wasn't too far off.
This in from Tasky of altPUG. Loser decides the map. They will go and determine what their best avenue for recourse is. I guess the way that they can muster it up. I would just pick the map that every team has to know a map better than another team, and if you specialize in one map, you've got to break that ace out right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's because if you lose, you Aztec. Yeah, I would love to see an Aztec.
New Aztec with the little connector between the two sites.
That connector seems so worthless to me, but yeah, okay.
How dare you? How dare you?
I don't know. It just seems more advantageous for the counter terrorists on that thing, but which is odd since the map is already so CT sided. But sure, why not? Yeah. I would love to see an Aztec. I'd love to see a Cobble, which I know isn't going to happen because there is no Cobble in Go.
This just in, the next map will be a DE Snook. South Park reference.
If I'm assuming it's Nuke for that, but if the losing team picks the map, does the winning team choose the side then that they want to start, or will it be another knife round?
Good question. Good question. I honestly want to say that it should be that way, but it's not our league. We don't make those rules. We can't possibly know. I could ask though.
Another knife, Towski says. He's in chat.
Oh. Welcome to you all. If you guys are first-time viewers, please follow our channel. We would really, really appreciate it. It actually benefits you. The more followers we have, the better case we can make for putting our resume, our casting resume, on the Twitch partner form. And if we get that, we get more resolutions. If we get more resolutions, you get to watch at the resolution that you want instead of the resolution that we force you to watch.
Yeah, also check out at the YouTube. The VODs are up of past matches. We're into week 3 next week of SIVO, so you can see all the week 1 and 2 matches that we casted of SIVO main, which there have been some good ones. So yeah, check those out. And also follow Twitter and the other social medias, Facebook as well.
Clay, my favorite map. It is the Snook.
The Snook.
I wish the stats worked, man.
I do too. Well, I mean, Nuke, we're pretty much in another situation that we were basically in last round. I mean, last game. Another heavily CT-sided map.
Well, the CT-sidedness of this is not at the same degree. Train is in its own conversation for CT-sidedness.
I guess so. I guess so.
I
mean, I would agree. I think it's easier for terrorists to move around the map on this map. Like you could smoke out outer and get to secret, and then that opens up more venues for you. But yeah, so I guess I would agree it's less CT-sided than Nuke Train.
With the addition of this version's Volcano Secret Stairs, easily accessible by the terrorists, statistically, the terrorist winning ratio has risen significantly from the classic 1.6 version. But in all, well, in most cases, it is still CT-sided. Think we'd agree on that one?
I would, definitely.
It looks like these CTs right now are lining up for screenshots, old school.
Smoke screenshots. Mid.
Smoke screenshots, turn off your toggles. I think they're...
It's a knife. Look at, huh? The CTs are... This is
this is a knife round.
Yeah.
I see.
The CTs were trying to get them to come to them, but that's just...
Can I tell you how silly a knife round looks like when you're in free look mode and everyone's flashing red because they all got stabbed once?
They all got the Nintendo boss going on.
Yep. What the Fender now surrounded by 3. Here comes...
I like how the flashing starts from the feet.
Ooh.
What is Fender doing?
Knife
Oh wait, look at him at SLI. Oh, I thought SLI was gonna Batman down onto him, but yeah, knife rounds are actually more fun to watch in free look, I think.
Absolutely. Ah, that little winner story there. Suddenly lost. Merry Band of Cavaliers will have the opportunity to pick their side. I believe, if I were them, I would just choose to stay.
Wait, what? Mary Band won it? I thought Frag Machines
Oh, excuse me. I just misspoke. That is Frag Machines that won it.
Okay. I was like, am I going crazy now? Yeah, and they do go CT side, which not too surprising. So yeah, you know, pretty much same thing on as we did on Train. Pistol round extremely important for the terrorists here to get a good lead going on this round, and so. Knowing what we know about the map, Brennan, how would you approach pistol round as the terrorist here?
If I can give you a contrite answer, not a contrite answer, a trite
Glock
answer.
ball of death?
Yeah, a Glock ball of death. Just pick one lane, pull someone over. This is not going to be treated like the CPL here, and the discipline for the players on both sides is not enough to stop a 5-man rush unless maybe you're Miller Main here. Speaking of 5-man Glock balls of death, they did exactly that. They didn't even stop to set up a second lobby entrance like we typically see with the new meta here. 2 counter-terrorists in the vent are now stuck. Nubler walks right into the fly trap there. He stood out right in front of what the Fender got absolutely blasted. This take looks pretty good. It's down to a 3-on-3. What the Fender is going to get a triple on the round if he can just get this kill. He cannot. Miller Main left with the clutch at 17 health, has nothing to work with, and has to make headshots only if he has a chance here, but he doesn't. What the Fender gets a triple, excuse me, a quad on the round. He must have got one earlier. 1-0 for Merry Band of Cavaliers. This feels great if you're a terrorist. You need to build up a couple of rounds here, especially these ones. But Clay, remember what happened last time? They lost on the eco.
Yeah, which SLI, I don't know if you noticed, he got a triple on that round, and it was like 3 really, really nice headshots on the entry back into the site. And I thought it was surely going to turn the round in their favor, but his team just couldn't help him out at all. And if I was him, I'd be a little bit disappointed on that.
Did he crouch walk during any of it?
He did not.
Wow. SLI pushing through. He'll make the aggressive look into lobby. Finds one, but of course they were anticipating him. This is the typical practice for this type of round. If you're going to be risky on counter-terrorists, you're going to charge the T's, and they're just going to sit back and pick you apart like what the Fender just did. That's a smart play.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much standard. You expect, like you said, you usually expect CTs to charge on nuke on the second round. So, of course, they knew it was going to happen, and they just waited for it, and they took the advantage. SLI down to 22 health, and they got the kill onto Omni. So now they just got to rush down 1 or 2 people at wherever they choose, and it should be pretty easy for them.
They look like they're going to be picking a ramp here. 4 stacked up, waiting to charge through. Kyer standing with his 5-7 thinking, oh, God. He gets one, can't do another. Does a 1-1 trade. What the Fender cleans up Kyer. It will be a 3 versus 4. Still winnable mathematically for Frag Machines, but oh, never mind. It's getting a little bit better. If Miller Main can pick up a weapon here, they'll have possibly 2 on the field. SLI gets another kill thus far, being a boss, really. Nubler gets another one. It's down to a 2-on-1. Another eco round that's slowly slipping away from Merry Band of Cavaliers. They cannot consistently have this happen to them because it's killing them. It's really just murdering their chances to win. I can't believe Twisted just pulled that off. Nubler just completely failed. Nubler had a noob moment, if you will.
Miller Main just needs to land 1 or 2 shots onto Twisted, though, so this is going to be...
Right.
Yeah.
Miller Main jumping through control is our clutch man, knows one's behind the silo. I don't know why he's pump faking the doors. If his teammates just tell him the guy's weak, just charge him. This round could be over so much quicker. He's not even working with the kit, Clay, so he's hurting himself.
Yeah, I'm always, anytime I see this happening and no kit and they're just taking their time, I'm like, you know you don't have a kit, right?
I
And
think he just may have lost a round.
yeah, it's not going to be defused.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, if you don't have the kit, then you probably don't have the time to be patient. You kind of just got to go balls to the wall and try to get that kill.
I don't blame that on Miller Main. He played very calmly and tried to use some meta head game there. But if his teammates just got on the horn, looked in the console, did
Can you see health in this one?
In altPUG?
Yeah.
Unless they change it to some sort of SIVO type config, they should be able to. All it takes is your teammates doing the math. I did this much damage. I did this much damage.
I believe we're paused or something here, by the way, because
yeah, I think we have a drop.
Yeah.
But like I said, Clay, if you just tabulate all the damage you did up, somebody does some simple math, they could put together, this guy has like 20 health. You should probably charge him.
Yeah. If you can see the damages, then that was a little ridiculous. I don't know if that's confirmed, but because I mean, looking at it from the perspective I was on, Twisted's perspective when he got shot up, and it didn't look like he probably took too much damage. There was no dink or anything going on, so if they're just going off that, then he was probably unsure if he was actually that hurt.
Well, I believe we resumed, right?
Looks that way.
All right, so it's an eco round for the counter-terrorist. Frag Machines will have just their pistols out. They really delivered that round as a gift to Band of Cavaliers because they could have easily won that one and turned it around early for them. Band of Cavaliers probably a little bit thankful here. All wielding AKs, controlling outer. Smart play by them. First kill by SLI, looking pretty good. Omni's waiting at the bottom of the steps in lower, trying to find out if somebody's going to turn that corner, but there will not be. Dix and who is that? War Owl looking to enter upper. They've rotated. Oh, was that friendly fire? Or was that
it was a friendly fire.
Oh, sad face. Omni, Kyra, and Miller Main now lurking about, trying to find a weapon for themselves and get an exit kill because they stacked lower, thinking that they'd have a chance, thinking that
Omni
they could
just
surprise
picked
them.
up an AK.
Yep, he got a case-hardened AK. Dix waiting for Miller Main to come up the top of the stairs. Magically lands the 8th bullet.
While sidestepping, it was like, yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna spray and draw a little circle and hope something hits, and it turned out to be a headshot. Kyra and Omni now holding on here. Omni has to feel pretty good about holding on to this AK because you're going into a gun round. Why buy when you can have this AK?
Exactly, and Frag Machines were down a man because of the drop right there, so kind of a gimme round for the terrorists. But Omni might be able to pick up some kills here. They actually went and jumped in the car, so that's 2 guns picked up. One guy, Kyra got an AK for himself right at the very last second there, so nice job.
3 rounds for Band of Cavaliers. Frag Machines are now on to the gun rounds officially. We'll see how they play it here, Clay. There's a way to play this, and then there's an unconventional way to play this. Which do you prefer? Do you like the hard outer hold? Do you like the soft sort of, shoot and then disengage sort of hold? Both ways have been effective.
Personally, I like the hard outer hold. I like changing up. Well, I mean, I like playing dynamically. You either play up aggressively at the red box outer, or play back in the garage, or even play far back. Just basically, as long as you change up your positioning, it will throw the terrorists off, and they won't be able to get a pattern going down. So I think that's my favorite.
That's absolutely true. Oftentimes, I would encourage, as a strat caller when I used to play Counter-Strike, oftentimes I would encourage somebody to be there to assist, because you take those risks at outer, you can't give up control while trying to maneuver around a lot. Maybe if you have somebody else to support you, maybe from outer rafters or a teammate from mini, that would help you out there.
Definitely agree. Even if you're not taking those risks, it's good to have someone supporting you because of how easy it is to smoke off outer and get a strong presence there on the T side.
Miller Main drops down. We'll find 2 terrorists trying to plant here. He can no doubt hear them, but will he engage? No, he has to engage the far man. That's WTF Ender. What the Fender? I can't do that. Omni coming down with his pistol. I have an op, and he chooses to wield his P2000. Strange choice, to be honest.
War Owl survives with only 7 health. Wow.
Did Omni realize he had a weapon? Because that op was...
I don't know. Maybe he picked it up and just didn't realize it. I mean, they bought that round. That was the buy round, so he must have known he had an op. That was strange.
Odd choice for engagement there.
I mean, opping... Trying to retake lower with an op is a little difficult, so maybe he thought he'd probably have better success with this pistol, but either way.
Oh, I don't know. I think if you're standing in the doorway with cover around you, maybe it's still pretty easy. Here comes a couple nade stack, and if you throw that nade stack, it's pretty much advertising to the world we're ecoing.
Yeah. and unsuccessful in getting anything. Worrell picking up 2 right there, and there's another one by Frank, so that's going to leave Omni, and look at this, Worrell's just beasting right now, getting 3, so Miller, the last one left alive, and he's going to get flanked. Can he get the kill? He does. Nice shot right there, so he's going to be able to get a gun for himself, but I mean, a minute left, and the terrorists are all through the map. I don't think he's going to be able to save.
With 5 rounds, you've almost done your job for the entire half here. Miller Main is going to get this kill, but probably not going to clutch. And if you have 5 rounds as a T, you've got the rest is all bonus, all cream, gravy.
Definitely agree with that one.
5-0 for Merry Band of Cavaliers. Frag Machines has yet to put up a point here. Remember, Frag Machines took the first map, and this could be going to a third one if it goes the way of Merry Band of Cavaliers. They're playing excellent right now. Take a look at their stats, Clay, and break it down for me. Who's carrying the load?
Looks to be pretty even. I mean, Ender and Worrell are probably doing the best here. Ender, obviously, 9 kills over 5. I think he's probably carrying the load. In terms of the other team, SLI and Miller Main, probably doing the best here.
They are having a hard time here. Their kills I wouldn't attribute to them not being able to play well, but because they've been so money-starved for so long.
Exactly.
Here's the setup. Pull up your overhead, if you will. It's a base hold, 1 in the lobby, 1 at the squeaky, 1 controlling outer, 1 controlling ramp, and 1 holding bomb all the way back. That's the War Owl playing very passive here. They're looking to have an aggressive push, take advantage of the undisciplined sort of single-man pushes, and the first person to fall victim to that lack of discipline is SLI, followed closely by Omni. This map has opened up 5 Ts fighting 3 CTs, and they're going to need a phenomenal individual effort from any of the remaining CTs to turn this round around. Bender gets 1, Kyre finally gets 1, and a fire kill. Dix goes down. Miller Main takes on Frank Grimes. Suddenly it's a 2-on-2. The individual shooting of Kyre and Miller Main have turned this around. Miller Main has 1 right in front of him. He's going to get caught and shot in the side. Kyre 6-0 for Merry Band of Cavaliers. It's really weird to see a terrorist side blanking a CT side on this map.
Yeah, and I thought we were going to be on a save here, but it's not going to happen. They're actually going to be able to buy, so this is going to be an important round for the counter terrorists. And then one thing I wanted to note is the way Merry Band of Cavaliers are playing, like, I'm not seeing anything fancy in terms of strategies here. They're just kind of moving to, you know, ramp, inner, and outer, and they're just making picks, really.
They're playing smart though, because they are anticipating Frag Machines just being impatient and being undisciplined and rushing through, and they're getting free kills.
Yeah, and that's definitely not what you want to do, CT side. Look at this SLI. I almost got a shot there onto Ender, dinked him through the door, but it wasn't enough to take him down. And now they're going to be, look, I think we're going to see Miller Main actually getting aggressive here on the secret stairs.
We love this pinch here. Omni and Miller Main working together to hold outer. They've got 1 person there, but the predominant, the entire force, with the exception of Frank Grimes, is actually in inner. So they're going to be able to isolate 1, if anyone. But of course, you got to start somewhere. Everyone's still alive. There's the first person to peek. Miller Main does a ton of damage to Frank Grimes. That nade could be the touchdown nade. It is not. Frank Grimes sidesteps it wisely. Kyre looking to decapitate people over the big box at top ramp. Nobody's approaching him. That smoke, however, should force him back. And this is a smart play here. Using that smoke to displace a player to gain entry into that ramp isn't necessarily an entry into a bomb site. It's like a second lobby in this map.
Yeah, giving up ramp as a CT isn't really a loss. I mean, what do they gain? They gain the ability to go down or go to hell. But I mean, you could easily be in those areas and hold those quite easily. So
2 kills there for Kyre. He's gonna. Oh, nah, gotta get that triple 1. I think that was a Miller Main assist at the beginning, so that's 1 kill for him. Frank Grimes gets 1. We'll attempt the second, but Miller Main cleans that one up. It looks like the first round for the CTs will be a success if they can just bring down Twisted, who's behind the silo. He goes down, and this bomb will be promptly defused. Frag Machines finally sighing relief, thinking that, well, that took a while, but we're on the board.
Yep, and you know, like I said, they needed that one. Well, honestly, if they lost it, they would have had losing bonus money, so they would have been able to buy regardless.
For the sheer standings and understanding of how the map dynamics work, you kind of needed that one just because you need to turn this into a 9-6 now.
Yeah.
Frag Machines is sporting an op on the field. That's Omni. I believe he is going to be using that to hold. And by the way, Clay, he's been playing in mini, so he's kind of double dutying op and op duty at mini and outer. Difficult to do, especially with a bolt action rifle.
Exactly.
He's actually at Big Garage this round. Will not be playing that position. We have a number of players engaging thinking to go outer, but as soon as they did, they heard an op out there, so they've sent their opper, Frank Grimes, to engage him. It's a one-on-one op duel, and we love that here, but nothing doing thus far. Omni on the far left is coming back to the garage. Here's the moment. Frank Grimes gets the entry there. Omni goes down, losing his expensive weapon. He'll cause a teammate to rotate over. I believe that's Miller. Yeah, it's Miller Main, who's come up to take the outer position here. Spraying down Frank Grimes, doing a ton of damage. Actually not. Thought he was going to do more. That second bullet never connected. Twisted gets one Clay. Look, do you see the theme here? Twisted just sat in radio, and Kyre came right to him.
Yep, a lot of aggressive pushing. I mean, really, this 6-0 lead is attributed to Frag Machines just being way too impatient. If they just held their spots and forced the terrorists to move at times when they weren't comfortable, I think they would be doing a lot better here.
Band of Cavaliers is actually writing their own death warrants, forcing these rounds to go down to 20 seconds, 30 seconds. If Frag Machines just sat still, they'd win rounds on timer alone.
Exactly.
Here comes a pre-retake attempt by SLI. He takes down Frank Grimes, who entered the vent here. Dix is right behind SLI, and no doubt will turn this into a kill if he can just finish spraying. So Miller Main, the only one left on top of the rafters, now moving into control, will fight off Dix, who puts a shot out and misses. Nade bouncing, carrying off the walls. Lands short of Miller Main here, who cannot get the kill. Frag Machines puts up only one thus far in the half. And Clay, 7 rounds for the T's. That's a lot.
Yeah, it certainly is. This is pretty much turning into a beatdown for Frag Machines here. Merry Band of Cavaliers playing exceptionally well, and I mean, like I said, or like we both have said, they're not really doing anything special in terms of strategy. They're just sitting around waiting for Frag Machines to get impatient, and it's really the downfall for them right now.
If you are Frag Machines here, you can definitely play this out. You know you have a very strong T side. There's just a couple of mistakes that are hampering you from success, and, well, suicide rushes on an ego round are permissible, I suppose, but in the future, if you can lock this down, and you're obviously going to give up the 8 rounds, but if you turn this into an 8-7, you're still in this game. So SLI holding onto his AK will try to probably save for the remainder of the round. He has the bomb right in front of him. He could
It's a
go for the
long
ultra.
time to save.
He could go for the ultra clutch, and he's going for it. SLI is going to make a huge trip around the map, going to hut, trying to find out if anyone's going to come through here. If he just made the play, if he just walked over to the hut, dropped down, he'd flank everybody. And
yeah,
he will.
and
he will.
Oh, they
Look
seem
at
to be
this.
coming in here.
SLI gets the first shot, actually. War Owl goes down, tells his teammate exactly where he is. If they know that SLI's in here, they're going to take the bomb to lower. So SLI has to anticipate that. He's got to think, well, if I killed a guy, they're not going to come to me, so I got to go to them. SLI stalking in the rafters will move to the ladder. Will go down the ladder, hopefully, to engage his opponents. Frank Grimes is stalking and waiting for him. What the Fender, moving to plant the bomb. They think, of course, that he's actually in that vent ahead of them because they think that his situational awareness would move him down to the bomb site, you know, a little bit early, but it's not the case. SLI, still sitting up in the rafters, is a little late to the party, as making this a little bit harder for him to clutch, but he's got a chance if he just looks to his right, or What the Fender can clean up the round here. That's 8 Clay, and like we said, you need 7 if you're Frag Machines.
Yep, and man, at this point, it's obviously they're not going to get that 7, but I mean, I hate saying it, but they do need to win out if they want to have even a slim chance to stay in this game on the next half. But it's going to be really difficult because they are hurting on cash, and they were only able to buy M4s, which is obviously enough to get it done here. But the way they've been playing, they need to sit tight in their spots.
On the other side, What the Fender is having a whale of a game here. Look, 15-3, Clay, on a terrorist side. How to do this?
Point at heads and click.
Yeah, honestly. If he could be typified here, I guess you would call him an entry fragger, but oftentimes his kills have been coming from just players charging him. Omni putting together a really, really sloppy kill there. Frank Grimes, his reward for having sprayed 30 bullets out in the middle of the air there. He'll go down, leaving it a 4-on-4 with Omni limping about at 7 health here. 1 outer all the way around here. War Owl is actually in, and What the Fender already under in lower bomb site. So this hold is now falling to pieces for the counter-terrorists. They're spread out all over, and the communication, Clay, I can kind of see it. Even though we can't hear their in-game comms, you can tell somebody goes down, and the communication is not relaying that information to their teammates fast enough. I see people getting blindsided. I see people getting run down and not necessarily knowing that somebody could be right next to them, and it's just a little minor detail that separates success from failure.
Yeah, and I mean that could be due to the fact that they are losing by 9 rounds here. T side on Nuke, the CT side map. They might be, excuse me, they might be a little bit disappointed with themselves. Might be, you know, already, as you said previously in the previous map, they might already be looking towards the next map rather than figuring out how they're gonna come back here on Nuke.
This is map 2 of 3 of the altPUG Show League. You're watching SIBO TV. I'm Cotton. My partner is Klops. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys will follow the channel. Coming up on Monday is our Week 3 coverage of the SIBO Season 3, and I think that there will be an iBuyPower versus Complexity match somewhere in there for you guys to watch. That should be a lot of fun. What you're watching right now is Frag Machines take on Band of Cavaliers in the semifinals of the altPUG playoffs. 5 left for the terrorists, 4 for the counter-terrorists. It's an eco round, not much armor on the field, and not a whole lot of hope to win this particular round for the CTs. Millerman goes down. One defender will go down ramp. Frank Grimes cleans up Noobler. It's just a spray fest, Clay, and I think I just paused.
I did too. The clock is still running down, so I don't know what's going on here.
I can't really explain what is going on.
Issue with the server, perhaps? I can still, like, switch players and everything. Okay, so I just got unfrozen. 2 SLI dying, and it's going to be Kara left in the clutch. Not sure what that was about.
Oh, I just unfroze, I think. Yeah, Kyra.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the oddest thing ever.
Very strange.
10-1, Band of Cavaliers leads by a lot. They're looking in much, much better form than they were on train, aren't they?
Yeah, they certainly are. It doesn't even compare to how they were playing on train now. They're doing way better. And it's look at the score. It's Ender has a lot to do with that, and then the rest of them are actually pretty even. So
it's much more like any other sport than most video games. Counter-Strike, it's been a long time since anyone in Counter-Strike really thought that they were shooting guns. This is the same thing as like playing basketball. If you ask these players, it's not shooting so much as just playing a sport. And like a sport, you can fall into the same trappings of a player who's playing a sport. You could not be warmed up. You can have pre-game jitters. You can have first-game anxiety, and those things get weaned away as you start playing and warming up, just like you would a real sport. And I think Band of Cavaliers, they've started getting the gears turning.
Yeah, it definitely looks to be the case, as they are getting another kill onto Omni, and Twisted trying to do battle here with Kyra. He's looking for a head to take off, but Kyra playing cautiously for once this game.
Millerman standing behind Big Yellow. It's found, but his teammate there, Kyra, will help him at least not die to that one. 1-1 trade. Fender will bring down Millerman with a nice 3 burst there. That's a great one. 2 left for the counter terrorist. Noobler will make it a 2 versus 3 after he bursts out of the vent to surprise Frank Grimes. Play, I just noticed for the first time in this particular match, the new patch addition that when players are flashed, they will actually partially cover their eyes.
Oh, you just noticed that?
No, I noticed it. I've been noticing it a lot. I just pointed it out.
Yeah.
It's actually a good addition to the game. It's a nice little piece that players can take advantage of, and
I was gonna say, can the other players actually see that, or is that only a spectating thing?
No, all players can see it. It's also a good anti-cheat device. It's like a kind of a, if you see somebody rubbing their eyes and they clearly can't see, but they just one-tap you, like...
Yeah, or like all those times when you rage and you're like, he was flashed! You could actually know if he was flashed now, yeah?
Yeah. A borrowed feature from modern-day or up-to-date games like Call of Duty, like Battlefield, where they have animations for players that get flashed or gassed or something like that. So, cool one, actually. I like that addition.
Yeah, I do as well. So 11-1 is the score line here. Band of Cavaliers still completely dominating this game. We are on a bye round 4, Frag Machines, and oh man, I mean it's just even if they win out, I don't think they're going to be able to come back here. There's just how Nuke plays and how Band of Cavaliers are playing right now. It's just I don't think it's possible, honestly.
Omni steps through, tries to get a kill. This round looks pretty good for Frag Machines, and they've got to start building somewhere, so if this is the one, why not? Frank Grimes and War Owl, the only 2 remaining here. SLI spraying just like a savage all the way through. Almost brings down Frank Grimes, who barely limps away, hops away, if you will, to the red box outer. War Owl, the only one left. I think everybody knows where he is. Here comes the hunt, and he's got to make some brilliant shots right now. So here's one. Ooh, War Owl, you've been practicing, dude. I can tell. War Owl comes back up the secret, and we'll find Miller Main waiting for him. This is a very tense moment. If you can just see, there it is, a nice one-tap, or, well, 3 burst to bring down Miller Main. It's down to a 1-on-2, and very possible if War Owl can maintain his health here. SLI's behind the hut. Here's the shot. Oh, SLI dinks him, brings War Owl down, puts another round together for Frag Machines, who desperately need more.
That's funny that you said War Owl's been practicing. I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, man, War Owl's really been improving based on what I've been seeing these games.
It's amazing what can happen when you start throwing yourself into tougher competition. If you play with lower competition, you'll always stay down to lower competition. But if you acknowledge the fact that not everybody's hacking, you can actually really, really improve. And one such case is a player like War Owl. You know, this has always been the case for me too. I love going to pubs and stomping, and the moment I die, I think, well, everybody's hacking because I'm better than everybody. But if I tell myself, Brandon, your aim's off today, you are making some bad decisions, these guys are just better than you, you leave room for growth.
Exactly. I have a hard time believing that myself, but yeah.
Yeah, you did give up on the game a little bit too fast, Clay. If you could just tell yourself...
It's not my fault everyone hacks.
War Owl brings down Newler. It's a 2-on-3. War Owl's got one on the stairs right below him, and he takes out 2 for his name, so that's a good enough job on his part, but it leaves Frank Grimes all by his lonesome with Miller Main underneath him, SLI in the sight above him. Here comes the 1-on-1. Frank Grimes has to guess right because there's a lot of places to look, and if he doesn't look to his left, he's gonna get killed. Or SLI can fail miserably. That was really, really ugly by SLI. Bomb Plant will give him some money and force Miller Main to come up to fight him. Now, with an op, having 7 health doesn't really do much at all because you got all day. You know, you just got to put 1 shot onto Miller Main here. He's going to flank around. Frank Grimes comes around. Here's a frag. Not necessarily the flash he was expecting. You can see the barrel. He can't get the kill. No! And he throws away his gun. Bad play, but, you know, good positioning for Miller Main to get himself out of harm's way to defuse that bomb.
So, Brandon, if someone told you all you need to do is win 5 rounds CT side on nuke, how would you feel about that?
I would feel like...
Pretty confident, right?
You would have to have the best terrorist side playbook I've ever seen. Did somebody say that?
No, but that's Band of Cavaliers' position here if they lose this round. So.
Well, that's very true. Band of Cavaliers sporting a whopping 11 rounds. Another gun round for Frag Machines. They'll need to win out, as we've stated before. Here comes the 1 smoke in the garage, allowing the terrorists to move under. Frank Grimes and Twisted and What the Fender moving into control. They've moved through. This has been uncontested, by the way. They've moved through without ever running into a counter-terrorist, and that's when you got to do the mental math. There are no counter-terrorists where we're going. Therefore, there's still 5 counter-terrorists to fight, and they ran into a trap. Frank Grimes goes down. That soft play holding lower, Kyre having a very, very hard time getting that spray. That soft play holding lower was a complete bear trap for them. They literally stuck their foot on it and it clamped down on them hard. But luckily, thanks to strong individual play, Band of Cavaliers has brought it back. Now Dix has to clutch 1 versus 2. Miller Main will make sure that doesn't happen. There's the end of the half. 11-4. You are watching Civo TV. I'm Cotton. My partner is Klops. And Clay, I like that play. We typically see the soft hold at outer, but that was a soft hold at lower.
Yeah, it was nice, and
Clay's unimpressed.
I am not unimpressed. No, it was a really good job by him, and obviously the terrorists weren't waiting for it because of how aggressive the CTs were playing previously. So, yeah, it caught him off guard, and they were able to pick up the round. So, I'm just at this point, I'm thinking, you know, it just might be too little, too late at this point. I hate thinking that way, but I mean, 11-4 on nuke. It shouldn't be too hard for Band of Cavaliers to close this one out.
Well, of course, that will push this to a map 3, which will be the tiebreaker, and of course, will be the exciting thing here. Kind of hoping for it.
Yeah, always love when the competition gets really close, because if it would have just been a blowout from Frag Machines, that wouldn't have been fun.
A flash over the top of the billboard actually was a decoy. Got Frank Grimes to look away thinking that he might be blinded, but it of course turned out to be just a popping Glock sound. Frank Grimes sitting at Hell will look to find out if anyone's coming up back the stairs. They will not. SLI, Miller Main, and Omni will make their case to go plant the bomb at lower. WTF. Ender will engage Miller Main. Gets a headshot there. Sees SLI moving up toward the range. I think he missed him. I don't oh, yeah, he knows he was there. Engaging one. He's got one right above him. Omni will try to Batman him. I don't know if he can do it. That's a great play by What the Fender. There is a triple on the round for him. He's a pistol ace, by the way. An absolute forest. We've lost Clay.
No, I'm here. Sorry, I was watching that gangbang by Noob wearing Kyre on the guy in heaven. It was pretty savage.
Kyre is the only one left. Engages Dix, will bring him down. The number 3 man has his stat track, Dragon Tattoo Glock, and not a whole lot else to work with. No armor for him, a smoke to his name, and 2 CTs lurking for him. No time on the clock. 25 seconds. And a decapitation. Frank Grimes cleans up that round. That was a big, big triple by What the Fender at lower.
Yes, it was. And every time I see like that view of, you know, the side where you're just looking at a corner and you're waiting for like the group of terrorists to come running out, it always flashes me back to like the 1.6 clutch videos where like the guy with the pistol just aces the whole team in one clip.
The Eolithic videos.
Yeah, but that, I never see that happen in Go, and it always kind of disappoints me.
Well, movement speed's a little bit faster, and it's harder to see where your bullets are registering, but every once in a while. Yeah. Every once in a while, well, if it's get right, it's like once every couple rounds. It happens in European leagues. It's certainly more difficult to achieve in North America because I guess the talent pool is a little bit shallower here. Band of Cavaliers loses to Kyra. Miller Main combo up to bring down Dix and War-L on the other side of the map. Frank Grimes brings down Omni. They're going to redirect and send everybody toward inner, which looks to be the right decision, except for the best player on the CT side happens to be in the rafters and cannot deliver a kill there. Everybody knows where he is. Clay, I'm wondering, I'm just wondering, if you have everybody wielding pistols right now, and you know that you've just done a ton of damage, 2 out of 3 counter-terrorists are within a strong gust of death, do you just ball up and Glock death everybody? Glock ball everybody?
You certainly could. I think, I mean, they do have SMGs, but, you know, just hitting one shot from the pistol is not too difficult. And look at this, Frank Grimes and Twisted both within one shot of being killed. So this is going to be a really difficult retake for them.
Only one shot to bring down Frank Grimes. Only one shot needed to bring down Twisted. They only need to land one. Oh,
yeah. I was clinched on all those falls right there. I was like, oh, man.
Oh, clench your butt cheeks. There you go. Twisted goes down. I thought for a second going down to the top of the silo would surely be 1 damage, but it wasn't. And Twisted probably just heaved a huge sigh of relief because I'm sure that when he came off the silo, he was thinking, am I going to die from this?
Yeah, definitely.
5 rounds for Frag Machines. They, of course, win that round, and they will begin their climb to the comeback. Band of Cavaliers only needs 3 for the tie.
Great eco round by Frag Machines right there. I thought that was going to be an easy 3 for Band of Cavaliers, but I mean, they just did a great job with their pistols, hit the shots that they needed to hit, and now they have the chance to take the advantage here on this one. So get back in it.
Here's a good disciplined lobby hole. Twisted will bring down Frag's Noobler in the lobby. They're only able to recover, I believe, an MP7. Oh, Omni thinking to get a huge flank there. He's brought down by What the Fender. This round is pretty back and forth and around that probably shouldn't have been. It is an eco round for the counter-terrorists. Finally turned a little bit more lopsided with Kyre's contributions here. A double there to bring down Twisted and Frank Grimes. Getting a little bit of flack from people on Steam telling me that clenched butt cheeks was kind of a random statement.
Why was it random? If I had 1 health and I was jumping off the rafters, I can't think, then yes, my butt cheeks would be clenched.
Nice! War-L delivers 2 headshots with his P250. It's a one-on-one with I believe, Kyre, who has a triple on the round, who might turn it into a quad if he wins this, but I am rooting for the man with the pistol. War-L recovers an AK.
Yep.
And I think he's run out of time to defuse. That's too bad. Kyre will come out and spray him down. No kill there. He gets a quad on the round. And a bomb explosion, which will add a little bit more money to his purse.
Yep, good round for Frag Machines picking up a second one here, and that's going to put the Cavaliers on a save, so they could pick up a seventh here, and then, I mean, looking at it, 12-7, not too much of a gap here, but interesting that, you know, they're going to have to keep it going, because once that gun round hits for the CTs again, I think they might be able to close the gap once again.
Can somebody explain to me when this became a T-sided map?
I don't know. I'm confused too.
Okay. Well, I suppose we can just reassess our thoughts on this map after this if it turns out that the T's starts landsliding this as well. Kyre lets his teammate die. We'll bring down What the Fender as he tries to retreat. We know Twisted is waiting for him in the hut to try to bring him down. There are only two, but now one counter-terrorist left. He gets completely killed. All French painting style, revolution style, when they have everybody like lined up in front of a firing squad of muskets. You see that?
Yeah.
No?
I did. Yeah.
Not reminiscent there. Clay, take a look for me at the money situation, if you will. This is a
all
big...
right there on the screen thanks to the new overlay.
Absolutely.
Not overlay, but yeah.
For all the money that the counter-terrorists seem to be hoarding, even after this eco round here, they can't seem to turn it around, and they have to micro-buy. They're wielding FAMASes and not too many nades.
Yeah, and kind of as we see fire going down, excuse me, I was distracted by that. And look at this, the trades are going down. Good entries by Frag Machines. That's going to leave Dix as the last man alive. I was going to say that micro buy was a little strange. I mean, they're up quite a bit here. If they would have just saved and gone for the full buys, I think that would have been probably a better idea.
I think so as well. Dix left in the hut will take down one. That's Noobler. He's got one more on his right and one more outside of the mini who comes inside. That's Omni facing off against him. Neither of them can effectively land too many critical hits. He's going to go for this. Omni cleans him up. That's another round. It's 12-8 and Clay, you know, hashtag nuke T-sided.
Apparently. New meta. Nuke is T-sided.
Yeah, that team kill up in the rafters made it very difficult for the CTs to have any sort of success there because your strongest players are the ones who are up in the rafters. It's very hard to find those people, and of course, that TK made it that much harder. It's another eco round. It's going to be 12-9, and Frag Machines, I'm going to say it, they're on the comeback hunt.
I would say, I think that's safe to say. I mean, they're doing a great job. They've won quite a few rounds here, and they don't seem to be letting up. It's another save round, which is going to put them at 9. So they're going to only be down by 3 right there. So they're doing a great job.
So if you are thinking, if you're Merry Band of Cavaliers and you're thinking, what's going on? How is this turning around? You've got to start thinking about what happened in the first half. The aggression on CT side threw Frag Machines into a world of hurt, and they got punished for it. But on T side, aggression is exactly what you need, and they're winning their engagements now.
Exactly. Being aggressive CT side doesn't work too well, but you know, if you could do it T side, then hey, you're obviously going to get that advantage. That's what we're seeing. But look at this, CTs were being a little aggressive on the save rounds, but yeah. Now they're playing passively.
Yeah, ironically, we're talking about aggression here, and now they're taking their time to enter this site here. SLI will go down, surrendering the bomb in a critically bad location, right in the doorway of Mini. Practically unrecoverable without punishment here. They've got to... Oh, Miller, Main absolutely surprises Dix there, brings down him as he tried to pick up that AK. What the Fender left to fight off 2. He can get this if he lands a headshot. He's going to get another one and get a double one!
What?
What a lurk. What a lurk. What the Fender automatic MVP of this game here turns around his team's fortune with a brilliant P250 play.
Ender is just on fire this game. 28-11. He's well above the rest of his team in kills, and he is just unstoppable force so far in that round. I mean, I thought Frag Machines was going to be on save because of that, but they were able to buy. Noobler actually the only one on their team who's going to be able to, who had to save, and that's going to be kind of painful.
I think so as well. That was a big play there. A P250 kill, a dink, and a kill to bring down his opponent. A second one while the other terrorist was attempting to plant and doing the awkward jumping dance, strafe jumping thing. Bomb down right in the bomb site. What the Fender will be able to guard it, and it's 3-on-2. Clay, did their forward
just sneak in there?
Well, he's a CT. I don't know you really sneak into a bomb site, you kind of just start there.
Well, they got the entry on the guy on the floor, and then there was one person in the rafters that they got the kill on too. And I was gonna say, how the hell did they enter the site without any nades so easily? But Ender must have ninja'd up to the hut somehow.
One left. Noobler will come through the smoke. What Defender cleans him up. Merry Band of Cavaliers' fortunes have just done a complete 180.
It certainly has, and looking at the money, it's going to be a full save all around for Frag Machines here. So, Merry Band of Cavaliers is in prime position to finish this game off and take the win.
After this, Clay, I believe, thanks to our obligations, we'll be taking a 15-minute break, and then if there is a third map, we'll go right into it.
Yes.
Just a heads up for you. Look at our split, if you will. The terrorists are now filtering into the lobby. They will be ecoing again. I'm wondering if they're just going to go for an all-out rush here. What Defender now pressing and looking for somebody in the lobby. Strangely enough, he looked in the lobby and found nobody there, but we know everybody's in there. Smoke's out. They're going to smoke out the door, charge through, try to use the vent. What Defender's got one on his left. He gets one before taking down. That bomb's out of the reach of the terrorists, and Omni now left by his lonesome, now in lower, fighting for his life. Gets a gun. Well, we'll almost get a gun if he just picks up that op. But he's got a minute to live, and that's not a long time. Excuse me, that's too long of a time to be saving a weapon, so he's got to try to make a play.
With an op, it's going to be difficult, especially coming through through these vents is a little bit easier. I mean, if someone was in there, then it would be a little hairy situation, but if they're over at ramp, then that's a nice long entry point, and he could possibly get a kill, but I think I would prefer to have the auto for the clutch here.
Yeah, well, in the vent, all you got to do is no-scope, because that bullet's not going to miss.
That's true.
3 left for the counter-terrorists, sitting still. They've got the bomb in their control and absolutely no reason to go hunting, but Dix does just as well. 15-8, Merry Band of Cavaliers is now on the match point.
Yep, and the money for Frag Machines not looking too good. They're not going to be able to get all the nades that they want, most likely here. Well, actually, I lied. They did have enough to get nades. Omni only getting an op for himself, and then SLI should be able to get some smokes as well, but he's lagging on his well. There it is. Okay. And
you're lagging or he's lagging?
He's lagging. One thing I noticed, neither of these teams have been doing smokes outer or trying to work outer too hard.
Yeah, it's actually an oddity for this one because outer control seems to be the hallmark of top level invite teams, and obviously the moment we say it this round they have smokes outer that are trying to control outer.
Okay.
Honestly, Clay, if we ever feel like somebody's not playing well and we want their game to turn around and we want them to engineer a huge comeback, all we have to say is that they're not doing something right, and then it'll happen the next round. We can rig matches like that. We should bet money, like insider betting on that.
Kyre is not getting an ace this round. See if that happens.
Kyre is not getting an ace this round. Kyre is not getting an ace this round. And Kyre, by the way, stalking through lobby, will have one right above him with Defender sitting on top of the hut looking for somebody to come out, and that will be Kyre. He's sitting literally guillotine style right above him. 2 versus 3, War Owl, What Defender, Twisted left for the counter terrorists. Kyre, Miller Main left for the terrorists. A tandem entry. Good teamwork there. They enter together, but are unable to bring down What Defender before Kyre goes down. Yes?
It was just, there's a little bit of lag there, and I thought Twisted was going to get that kill a lot sooner, but yeah, they do get it, and that's going to be the game here. Merry Band of Cavaliers picks up the win, and that's going to make a third map coming up here.
Yes, we will be taking a quick 10-15 minute break.
Yeah, I'd say 5 to 10 should be good. I don't know.
I think
the last one wasn't too long.
These guys will be getting started quite soon within that 10-15 minute break, so we may miss a pistol and an eco around here. Forgive us for that one. We need to take care of some technical issues. We'll be right back. Clay's going to put up the splash right about meow.
Yeah.
Right about meow.